I'm going to fly the drone over now. I'm going to just take off.
Oh, you know.
Absolutely.
You're not allowed. There's overhead lines, power lines. It's against the law. You do that, we'll phone the police and you'll be arrested.
Oh, don't phone police. Come on, that'd be silly, wouldn't it? I will be quick, I promise. I'll fly over and you'll just see it go across a few times and I won't be long, yeah? See my drone licence?
Yeah.
You don't need to...
Flying it over our facility, I need to see your licence.
You don't need to see my licence. Why would you need to see my licence?
Property, and we've got intellectual property on that facility.
I'm about to take it over now.
You're not taking it over.
I'm definitely...
Phone the police.
Don't phone police. Come on, that's silly, isn't it? Just for a bit of drone footage.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be silly. Come on. Got two of them now.
Stop filming as well.
But, come on, don't be like that. Come on.
Been asked politely 3 times.
You at 999 in that, are you? Oh, you're kidding? Ring 101, that'll take ages, 101, wouldn't it? But sorry, I'm going to take it off soon, but don't be like that, come on.
Calling 999 over someone legally filming in public wastes emergency resources and endangers those truly in need. When security staff treat public photography as a threat, it often stems from poor legal understanding. And rather than resolving it calmly, they escalate, hoping police will intervene. But in this case, even the responding officer seemed unclear on the law. It highlights a real need for better training and clearer guidance on public rights. So lawful behavior isn't mistaken for danger.
Okay, do you want to tell me then what you've been doing?
I'm not going to tell you anything that I don't need to tell you.
Right, okay.
You've just come here and just accosted me for nothing.
Right.
We've got guys out there shouting through, he needs to delete that footage.
Yes.
I need to delete my footage.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
There are basically 3 rules with filming. Very similar to the use of CCTV. Yeah?
Here we go, come on. Come on, explain.
If you're filming yourself, you can do what you like.
Ooh, yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, you're filming me, you can do what you like, I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
More than welcome to. Okay?
Yeah.
If you're filming a private space, so if you are filming, well, initially if you're filming a public space, you can do, but you need to be willing to show that footage to whoever asks. You also need to comply with the Data Protection Act, which means that you need to be willing to delete that footage should they ask you to.
When someone insists, delete that footage, it's the law under the Data Protection Act. They're dead wrong. The 2018 Act regulates how organizations handle personal data, not private individuals filming in public. If you're recording for personal use in a public space, you have no legal duty to show, delete, or surrender your footage. Simply being filmed in public doesn't grant anyone the right to demand access or deletion. It's not how the law works.
Yes?
No, yeah, you've got that all wrong, honestly.
No, I haven't.
Of course you have.
No, I haven't, because it's
It was covered by data protection, right? Can I just explain that? I'll tell you that. I'll let you on.
Yeah,
I'll let you know then. Yeah.
Go on then.
Data protection only applies to businesses. It doesn't apply to individuals. There you go. Look, that's your first mistake. Yeah.
It does apply to individuals. And if you're saying it only applies to businesses, that's a business, and they've asked you to delete it.
No, I'm not a business so I don't have to delete it.
Right, you do.
You're talking rubbish on camera.
Ask you to.
You're talking rubbish on
because
camera.
Because otherwise, no, I'm not talking rubbish, because otherwise, what you're doing is surveillance. Have you got a ripper? Have you applied for a ripper? Do you know what a ripper is?
A what, sorry?
A ripper.
What's a ripper?
A ripper?
No.
A ripper is the paperwork to allow you to do surveillance, which is what you're doing with that.
Many people wrongly believe the Investigatory Powers Act 2000, also known as RIPA, applies to public filming. Doesn't. RIPA governs covert surveillance by law enforcement and intelligence services, not private citizens. Filming in public for personal use, journalism, or YouTube isn't covered by RIPA and doesn't require approval. In the video, the officer misuses this law to intimidate someone, falsely invoking legislation that has nothing to do with everyday recording.
I'm not doing surveillance, that's silly. I'm doing aerial photography.
Yeah, which is surveillance. Surveillance.
Can you identify yourself, please? Because you just walked up to me. And yourself, lady.
The 965.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, what you are doing is surveillance. You've just said you're taking photographs. Yeah?
I haven't said that. I've not confirmed anything.
Right, that's a form of surveillance. You're telling me that you're filming, that you've filmed over there. That is a company. They've asked you to delete the footage of what you're filming there, of what you filmed there.
I won't be deleting.
Are you refusing to do so?
Well, obviously, there's
Why?
nobody. I'll tell you what. I'll let you know
Right.
then. I'll let you know the law, that, yeah.
Right.
Only a court can make me delete that footage.
Right.
In the UK, no one can legally force you to delete footage on demand. Only a court order or valid search warrant can lawfully require deletion. Even police can't make you erase videos unless they seize the device under pace, and only with reasonable suspicion of a crime. Anything else risks interfering with evidence or abusing authority. Your recordings are protected by law.
Right.
There you go. So you can't delete it. You can't ask me to.
Right.
Well, you can ask me to, but I don't have
There
to.
is a government ombudsman that deals with footage like that.
Lovely.
Okay?
Yeah.
They can take you to court, certainly,
God. Yeah.
and they will prosecute you, and they will fine you, and it is hundreds of thousands of pounds, because it's the same rules and regulations that we use for surveillance.
All I would say is, good luck trying to get £100,000 out of me. I literally haven't got £100,000.
If you don't pay that, then it's potentially a prison sentence, then, isn't it?
Ooh, prison. God, I don't want to get in prison.
Worried an ombudsman might fine you for filming in public. That's pure myth. In the UK, only the ICO enforces data laws, and its rules apply to businesses, not private individuals filming daily life. RIPA covers covert police surveillance, not someone openly recording on the street. No officer can force you to delete footage without a court order. Big fines for public filming. Just scare tactics rooted in bad information or abuse of authority.
Well, I'm asking you nicely, will you delete the footage that you filmed over there?
You can ask, can't you?
I can ask.
I've not confirmed or denied whether I'm going to delete the
Will you
footage.
delete the footage? Please.
What would you do if I don't delete the footage? I'm going back over in a minute. The drone's going back up in a minute.
Okay, well, potentially we can get officers here to arrest you and take you away.
Arrest me for what? Go on, listen,
Right,
what
for
law?
breach of data protection.
No, stop. You're under arrest for breach of data protection.
Right.
Yeah. You don't have to say anything when questioned. Yeah. Under arrest for data protection. Oh my God.
Let's set the record straight. Data protection laws target businesses and organizations, not private citizens filming in public. Recording on the street isn't illegal, and you can't be arrested for it. Companies might face fines for mishandling data, but that doesn't apply here. In the video, the officer admits he'll need to call regular police to arrest, because he's a PCSO, not a constable. Pesos need permission to arrest, so his threats were more bluff than law.
Can I just say, you're talking nonsense.
I'm
You
not.
really are talking
I'm
nonsense. When the actual police officer gets here,
Yeah.
if I bother waiting for him, I might just get the footage now and drive off on my bike.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might just do that, but we'll see anyway. I'll tell you what, we'll wait for the officer to come and he will tell you you're talking absolute nonsense. You'll just walk off like, and that'll be it. Get in your car and go. Are you going to go now so I can finish my drone footage?
No, I'm not.
You're not going to go?
No, I'm not. No. You seem to be enjoying filming me, so.
This is crazy. So, are you going to waste police time just by standing here?
Yeah, because you're intent on doing that, so.
I'm not intent on wasting police time. I'd like you to go so I can finish my drone footage.
Well, I've asked you to delete the footage, I've asked you to show me the footage, you refused both.
When the auditor calmly asks if he plans to move on, the officer refuses, openly admitting he's staying just to tie up resources. He even demands the footage be deleted, despite having no legal power to enforce that. At this point, it's no longer about law, it's about control. What should have been a routine encounter turns into an unnecessary standoff, driven by ego, not authority.
Yeah, because I don't really want to.
Right? And you've not even explained yourself as to why you don't want to.
I just don't feel like it.
Don't feel like it.
Yeah. What did you have for breakfast this morning? Why did you have it? You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. And as I say, you don't feel like it. You're being completely obstructive. I've been completely reasonable with you. I've spoken to you politely.
Can I just explain to the situation, right, from a high level point of view, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So go on then.
I'm stood in a public place.
Yep.
This is a public place. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm filming from a public place. I'm flying my drone from a public place. I'm abiding by all the drone laws.
Right.
I'm abiding by all the filming laws.
Right.
You guys have come here telling me I'm committing an offence.
Yep.
And now you stood there and you won't leave.
Right.
And you've admitted that you're going to stand here wasting police time.
Right, okay.
Crazy. We're in a really crazy situation here.
Okay. I've asked to see the footage. Why aren't you going to show me the footage?
I don't have to. I don't have to and I don't want to.
Right.
I've got more footage to get yet. You know what I mean? I've literally got... I'm running out of time to get all this droned over. I've got some other places I need to get to.
If you filmed somebody and somebody asks you to then delete it, you have to be willing to at least show them with it and explain why you're not going to delete it, and explain to someone in authority.
Under what law? That ends the conversation, doesn't it, really? Under what law? If you explain to me the laws that require me to do something, if you explain to me the law that requires me to do something, I will do it.
Forget the myths. No UK law forces a private citizen to hand over or delete footage just because someone demands it. Yet here, an officer invents rules on the spot, relying on authority, not law. He uses pressure to force compliance, exposing how misinformation leads to overreach. This damages trust and wastes resources. Eventually, a full police constable arrives, called in by the same PCSO who's already shown a shaky grasp of the law.
Flown over the factory?
I'd rather not say, but I plan to.
You plan to?
Yeah.
Right. Do you have permission to fly over there with it being private property?
What permission? This is what I've just been through with these guys. What permission do I need?
It's classed as private property there, so it's classed as trespass.
It's not classed as trespass. If it is classed as a trespass, if I were flying low causing a nuisance, that'd be a civil trespass.
It is a civil matter, you're right.
That would be a civil trespass. So I don't know why you guys would be getting involved. But if I fly it high, it's not classed as a trespass. You know, if an helicopter flies over, you don't class it as a trespass, do you?
I don't think there's any sort of minimum horizontal distance anywhere with drones anymore. I think it's changed.
Exactly.
You probably know more than I do, to be honest.
Yeah, I reckon I probably do. So yeah.
Let's be clear. In the UK, no law requires private citizens to hand over, explain, or delete footage just because someone demands it. Yet in this case, the officer makes up rules on the spot, relying on his badge instead of the law. He tries to force compliance through intimidation, showing how misinformation can lead to serious overreach. It's a clear example of how bending the rules erodes trust and wastes police time. As the standoff escalates, a fully authorized constable arrives, called in by the same PCSO who's already exposed his shaky grasp of the law.
That's why I'm still here, because let me just tell you this, right? I'm not stupid, right? If I were committing a crime, yeah, I would have been on my toes now on that little bike and nobody would have caught me, but I'm not committing a crime, that's why I'm still standing here. I just want to prove to everybody that I'm,
I don't think you have committed a crime.
Excellent.
You should be in handcuffs.
Exactly.
However, I've got to try and work with you.
Yeah, you can
so
try and work.
In terms of, when you're flying a drone in public, like you're doing now, you can film anywhere.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop you. You're entitled to film what you want, which isn't an issue. However, once you cross over the border into sort of where factories are, it's private property, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's no...
how would you feel if somebody encroached into your private home and started filming you?
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's residential. So if
It is, but it's still private.
If you fly over somebody's residential house and you're like looking in the windows or something...
In the UK, only the Civil Aviation Authority sets airspace rules, including where drones can't fly, like near airports or government sites. Outside restricted zones, drone users just need to keep the drone in sight and avoid close contact with people. In this clip, the officer wrongly believes the company below controls the airspace. It doesn't. Instead of checking the actual rules, he acts on assumption and tries to enforce authority he doesn't have. It's a clear case of guesswork overriding the law.
Like a business or something like that, just getting some aerial footage and whatnot. There's no.
You're supposed to seek authority from them first, really, to stay private property.
But that's an opinion. That's not a fact.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's a fact. It's private property.
No, because I tell you what, then.
It is a civil matter and it is trespass.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. As soon as you've been so nice to me when you come over, you kept your distance or whatever, I'll let you know, because I know a bit more about you than the drone laws. Yeah. Basically, I can fly over there with this sub 250 drone. I can fly over the private property, and that's because they do not control the airspace or own the airspace. The Civil Aviation Authority controls and owns the airspace, and there are no. I checked before I launched. There are no controls in place over this airspace here.
The auditor is spot on. If police want fewer needless call-outs, They should clearly state that public filming and drone use aren't crimes. Instead, officers often engage in long debates, which only validate the business's confusion. Skipping a quick clarification invites more calls about legal activity. A simple, calm explanation could stop the cycle and let police focus on real issues.
So, for instance, prisons and airports, there are controls in place.
You're right.
Yeah. So you can't fly over them because the Civil Aviation Authority says you can't, and it's actually a crime to do that. Whereas the airspace over this facility here is not owned by this facility. They can't tell me whether or not I can fly something over or not. It's literally owned and controlled by the Civil Aviation Authority, and there's no controls in place.
Have you finished for today?
Nearly. I have got a little bit more. When these two arrived, I had to stop filming because I just wanted to have a quick chat with them just to make sure they weren't going to jump me out.
I don't really know that.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just thought I'd just.
Right, we're not those type of people.
Yeah, good. That's really
We've
good.
got a job to do. If somebody raises concerns, we've got to come and speak to and get to.
Absolutely, yeah. What you'd be best off doing, just nipping in and just telling them what he's doing is completely legal. That would be your job today. You'd literally just go in and just say, look, I know you might not like it, but what he's doing is completely legal. We haven't got any jurisdiction. The guy's not committed a crime, so we don't have any power over him.
I say I've not got an issue with you. You don't always give your name right, are you?
Oh no, definitely not. No, thank you. And there we go, guys. This guy knows a little bit more about policing than the PCSOs, which I'm not surprised about, really. I mean, we're only trying the best out there.
And that wraps up another case where confusion drove the response. A 999 call over lawful filming spiraled into chaos, not because of misconduct but misunderstanding. The PCSO relied on laws that didn't apply, mentioning data protection and arrest powers he didn't have. A quick check of the rules could have ended this in minutes. Thanks for watching Rate the Audit. Like, comment, and subscribe for more independent coverage. And be sure to check out Northern Audits. Links in the description. See you next time.